Long ago, in a quiet countryside far from busy towns and noisy roads, there stood a small boarding school. It was not a grand building. The walls were simple, the rooms were small, and the furniture was old. But inside those walls, children were taught not only lessons from books, but lessons for life. The children lived at the school with their teacher. Every day began early, before the sun fully rose. They woke up to the sound of birds, washed their faces with cold water, and began their daily work. Some tended the garden, watering plants and pulling weeds. Some carried firewood for the kitchen. Others cleaned the classrooms and swept the floors. After their chores, they sat together to learn reading, writing, numbers, and stories. Life was simple, but every day was filled with learning and discipline. Among these children was a boy named Eli. Eli was different from the others. He was cheerful, polite, and kind to everyone. He helped his friends, smiled easily, and never argued. But when it came to studying, Eli struggled deeply. Letters confused him. Words did not make sense. No matter how many times he read a lesson, he forgot it the next day. While other children learned quickly, Eli stayed behind. The teacher noticed this. He was a kind and patient man. Every day he tried new ways to help Eli. Eli looked carefully. He would say gently, writing a letter slowly, "Let us read it together." Eli tried. He focused hard. But the letters still danced in his mind, refusing to stay still. Sometimes Eli sighed quietly. Sometimes he lowered his head and hid his face in his hands. Soon, the other children noticed. At first, they whispered. Then they laughed. "You're so slow," they teased. "You'll never learn anything." Their words hurt more than Eli could explain. Each laugh felt like a heavy stone pressing on his chest. Some days, Eli wished he could disappear. Some days, he wished he had never come to school at all. Months passed. One by one, Eli's classmates moved on to the next class. They learned harder lessons, read bigger books, and felt proud. Eli stayed behind. Every night, he lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering, "What is wrong with me? Why can't I learn like the others? Will I always be like this?" One evening, after the others had gone to sleep, the teacher called Eli aside. "Eli," he said softly, "I have tried everything I know. Perhaps studying is not your strength. Maybe it would be better for you to return home." Eli felt his heart sink. He nodded slowly, unable to speak. Deep inside, a voice whispered, "Maybe he's right." The next morning, Eli packed his small bag and left the school. His steps were slow. His shoulders were heavy. Tears filled his eyes as he walked toward his village. On the way, he stopped near the village well. As he rested there, something caught his attention. He noticed deep grooves carved into the hard stone around the well. The marks were smooth but deep, as if someone had slowly carved them over many years. Curious, Eli asked an elderly woman drawing water nearby, "How did these marks appear on such hard stone? Did someone carve them?" The woman smiled warmly. "No, child," she said, pointing to a thin rope hanging from the well. "Every day, this rope rubs against the stone when we draw water. The rope is soft and the stone is hard. But over time, the rope leaves its mark." Eli stared at the rope, then at the stone. Something inside him shifted. If a soft rope can change hard stone through constant effort, maybe I can change too, he thought. That night, Eli could not sleep. The image of the rope and stone stayed in his mind. By morning, he had made a decision. He would not give up. No matter how long it took, he would keep trying. At dawn, Eli turned back toward the school. When he arrived, the teacher looked surprised. "I want to learn," Eli said quietly but firmly. "Even if it takes me longer, please teach me again." The teacher saw something new in Eli's eyes, determination. From that day on, Eli changed his habits. He woke up earlier than everyone else. After finishing his chores, he sat with the teacher and practiced patiently. He made mistakes. He forgot lessons. But this time, he did not hide or feel ashamed. He asked questions. He repeated lessons again and again. Days turned into weeks. Slowly, something began to change. A letter started to make sense. Then a word. Then a sentence. His classmates noticed. The boy they once laughed at was now the most hardworking. Some began helping him. Others began respecting him. Months passed, then years. Eli could now read, write, and solve difficult problems. He stood taller. He smiled with confidence. The boy once called slow became wise and knowledgeable. As he grew older, Eli wrote books and shared his learning with others. People came from far away to hear his words and seek his guidance. And Eli never forgot the lesson of the rope and the stone. He knew that consistent effort, patience, and determination can overcome even the hardest obstacles. Moral of the story: nothing is impossible with practice. No matter how difficult something seems, if you keep trying every day, you will succeed. Even the smallest effort, repeated consistently, can make a lasting change.